All right, guys, if you haven't heard, we got this new mandate that the idiot Gavin Newsom is putting on everybody in the fucking state. He's reinstituting that so-called law, which it's not a law. It's technically it's a recommendation, but in his twisted mind, it's a law. Anyhow, he's going off on this whole indoor mask mandate for the whole state, statewide, regardless of vaccination. So anyhow, I got this text from a friend of mine. He told me to take a look at this news report from KPIX. And I guess local epidemiologists disagree with this whole thing. So let's check this out. I've only watched the first 30 seconds of it. Sounds pretty interesting, so let's take a look at this together.
On the COVID front tonight, Bay Area epidemiologists are weighing in on California's new mask rule.
It takes effect in 2 days, regardless of vaccination status, and comes as the state is experiencing a spike in COVID cases. KPIX 5's Kenny Choi is here with what he found out tonight. Kenny?
Liz and Ellen, tonight I spoke to a top epidemiologist who says that science is not being followed with these new mandates, but the State Department of Health says that the move is necessary, so further restrictions don't have to be considered. Masks will be required again statewide in gyms and other public indoor.
First off, I see a lot of this in the Bay Area. People working out on treadmills and shit like this. I talked about this, wearing masks and shit. That cannot be healthy whatsoever. You need oxygen, you know? That's just crazy. This is not healthy at all. To even require people to go into gyms to wear a mask, I can see if you want people to kind of part, you know, stay away from each other like 10 feet, I guess, you know, but masks while you're working out. I see people on bicycles, jogging, whatever. It's just insane. I wouldn't do that. Forget that.
Or spaces starting Wednesday for at least a month.
We're disappointed that the state is applying a one-size-fits-all mask mandate.
UCSF's Dr. Monica Gandhi believes restrictions should be based on local vaccination rates and hospitalizations, but not the overall state case count.
Exactly.
What's on my mind is the trust of us as a population to believe that our public health officials are following science.
They're not.
She points
They're not. That's the problem. That is the damn problem. They're not following the fucking science. They're politicized. These same people that are dictating all the statewide mandates are the same people that were at the French Laundry with Gavin Newsom. The same people. They were maskless. That was way back when the pandemic was jumping off, right? Oh, now we're 2 years later and they're gonna impose this bullshit already? Come on, man.
County, where for the last month, mask mandates were lifted and hospitalizations remained very low. Gandhi also says look at Los Angeles and Orange County.
You know, I even heard yesterday they were disputing this whole argument about this, you know, because New York first started it. And so now Gavin Newsom, he wants to do it for California. He wants to be a big shot, you know. They were saying that, I think I even seen on Tucker Carlson, the total count of deaths related to the Omicron, or whatever the hell you want to call it, is 0. Oh, no, it was one death. And it was a person that had some sort of underlying condition, right? This is nuts, man. This is just absolutely nuts. This is nothing more than authoritative this is the kind of shit the Chinese do to their people. The same shit.
Post-vaccines.
OC didn't put back masks. LA put back masks. 0 difference in cases and hospitalizations.
0. Because
they had the same vaccination rate, which I think proves how strong vaccination is and how much more powerful of an intervention it is over masking.
And you know, we keep talking about the vaccines. That's fantastic, whatever. And if that's your flavor, cool. But I never hear in these news reports anything about natural immunity. You have to compile that number, that statistic. But you don't even see it on CDC's website. You don't.
But Dr. George Rutherford argues against using hospitalization metrics to dictate policy until real-time hospital data is readily available.
But how many people are newly coming into the hospital, which is what we need to know to establish.
First off, this guy's from the UCSF. I'm going to rewind and listen to this guy again. UCSF. Keep that in mind when you listen to this guy. I'm just saying.
People are newly coming into the hospital, which is what we need to know to establish epidemic trends is a little bit more difficult to come by. If that were readily accessible, I think she's completely right. But until that day dawns, I think we need to continue to follow the sorts of things we follow.
No, man.
What
no.
health experts agree on?
I heard also that from other people, just like these other epidemiologists and stuff like that, they said it's a good thing. It's a good thing. It's a good indication that if a virus is more contagious, then it's kind of out there trying to find a new host. And if the effectiveness of the virus is very minimal to a point where it's like a common cold and 0 deaths, or what, 1 death, okay, out of a population of 330 million in America, probably more than that with, the illegals coming in, whatnot. But I mean, seriously, it's ridiculous. I mean, we're dealing with something, they say it, what is the word I'm looking for? Endemic. Just like the common cold, just like the influenza, which actually is derived from way back when they have the Spanish flu. It's still around. COVID's no different. It's becoming the new seasonal flu. All right. That's the big emergency. Yeah, there's always going to be deaths and complications with people with underlying issues. That's a given. With anything, really. Pneumonia, right? You can have underlying issue and pneumonia comes around, God forbid. This is just ridiculous, man. The whole thing is Gavin Newsom, goddamn him, man. Fuck him. I don't know why people kept him in power.
Is improving the numbers in unvaccinated populations will make a difference.
So, Kane, what else is the state health department saying about the new mandate?
Yeah, so state health officials are saying that even a small increase in indoor masking can help prevent the spread of the virus and also, therefore, prevent the hospitalization.
Have you seen the shit people wear a cloth? I don't care if people downplay videos that are on YouTube. There's this YouTube video I seen of a guy. He just took a vape pen, inhaled on the damn thing, put his mask on, blew through it. You can see a big old cloud envelop his whole head. That just tells you that those damn masks that they want you to wear while you're shopping, they don't work. The whole thing is ridiculous. It's just a power move. That's all it is. It's a power move.
Or hospitals, rather, from filling up. So that's why they're implementing these new mandates once again.
And that's what we want. We want to keep the ICU beds available.
Exactly. Yeah, but the key, of course, vaccinating the unvaccinated.
Exactly.
Well, well, let me tell you something. I'm unvaccinated still. I don't care about boosters. I don't care about any of that bullshit. Okay, I'm middle-aged. I take pretty good care of myself for the most part. But I've been 2 years without any problems. I don't go up to strangers and kiss them on the lips. You know what I mean? I don't go breathing on people. Just common sense. And we already know locking down, that even creates a bigger problem. So all this shit is just nonsensical. Just people need to start talking about natural immunity and start actually talking about the statistics, because they're not using the statistics. They're not actually following science. They're following their tyranny that's in their heart. That's what Gavin Newsom is doing. He's tyrannical. Should have recalled him when we had a chance. That's all I got to say about that.